What up, YouTube? This is Steven, and in honor of Utada Hikaru's comeback to the Japanese music industry, I'm going to do a reanalysis of one of my favorite Utada Hikaru songs called Tippy. And the song Tippy appeared on Utada Hikaru's album Exodus, which was her international English language debut album. I believe so, yeah. There may have been some other um, thing when she did what she was called like Cubic 3 or something like that. But I think this is like her official English language debut album, uh, Exodus. So yeah, I'm going to do a reanalysis of the song, you know, in honor of Utada Hikaru's comeback to the Japanese music industry. And perhaps get a different feel for the song. Look at the song and maybe see something that I missed previously. You know. And by the way, this song was not a single. It was not used to promote the album in any way. I don't think at all. And also, the song doesn't have a music video, so it's pretty much an album song. So, but hey, that doesn't mean that it's not a good song. Definitely not. Because like sometimes the album songs are better than the singles. You know what I'm saying? But really, I couldn't really imagine the song being a single, though. You know. But let me not get sidetracked. But before I do that, well, let me finish my thought first. I couldn't imagine the song being a single, not because it's not a good song, but just because I don't think that the song was structured in a way to be on radio or to be successful on radio in regards to maybe like the music, you know. But I'll speak on that a little bit later in this video. But for now, let's jump into this song. Here we go. Every time I think about you, heaven knows I fall into a groove. So it's like, so when she's singing, she's kind of somewhat imitating like a tippy toe type of sound, with her voice. Like, every time I think about you, heaven knows I fall into a groove. So every time she thinks about this fella here, that she is committing the sweet sin of infidelity with, she falls into a groove, or more like groove. I think it's a little bit deeper. Okay, next, you're like a great interlude. Great interlude. So it's like, you're like a great interlude. So apparently this guy, is he a part of the music industry? Is he like a musical note? Like, it seems like this guy is like all about music. So is she committing infidelity with like some dude in the industry too? Don't know. Right, next. Every time I think about your body, my body says, oh, oh. Like, every time I think about you, my body says, oh, oh. I forgot how that portion of the song goes. Every time I think about your body, my body says, oh, oh. So it's a bit higher there. So like, oh, oh. And then it's like, every time I think about you, heaven needs a prayer. So yeah, she'd be thinking about his body, and then her body be like, ooh, ooh. And then she'd be thinking about him, and then heaven needs a prayer because she needs somebody to pray for her because she's going to keep committing infidelity, why? Because she keep on thinking about his body, and it's making her body go, ooh, ooh. And then here are the next lyrics. Because you're married and you even got a family too. It says, because you're married and you even got a family too. So, yeah, this dude has a family. But that ain't stopping Utada. Utada's like, bump that. I'm going to get mine. As the Utada tots know, Utada gets hers. She gets it in. She don't care who she got to step on, but she will get the D. Let's see. Pray that they don't hear you. So it's like, pray that they don't hear you. Because if they do, this whole, rendezvous, this sweet, you know, infidelity rendezvous here is done. You're going to lose your family. Like your wife and your kids, you're going to lose. Let's see. Now, let me see you dance on your tippy toe. Ooh! So she wants to see him dance on his tippy toes, which basically, I guess, would kind of mean like, I want you to participate. I want you to get into this and sneak around and do what I do. Dance on your tippy toe. Ooh! Yeah. All right. Right, next. Okay. So I think that the song opens with the chorus. The song opens with the chorus. Some songs do that. All right. So here's the first verse. All right. What a perfect life they think you got, right? So like, what a perfect life they think you got, right? So they think, I guess his neighbors and coworkers and friends and whatnot think that this guy has such a perfect life because of, the way that he presents himself and possibly even his family to the public. And that's a bit, maybe a slightly unsettling because this guy seems to have such a perfect life. Why would he, do this? Why would he commit infidelity and, risk so much? But I guess maybe things aren't always what they seem, Let's see. Next, problems kept inside look neat and organized. So it's like, problems kept inside look neat and organized. So this dude has his problems kept inside because I guess he's going through some things, and I guess he can't talk to his wife about this. Maybe his wife is the problem. And he looks neat and organized, so perhaps he is like a part of maybe like some sort of a like business organization, some sort of a hedge fund dude, Wall Street type, perhaps. Who knows? But yeah, the way he presents himself, the way he looks, you probably wouldn't think that he would be committing infidelity. But hey, looks can be deceiving. What you need in your life is some wonder. So, what you need in your life is some wonder. A new friend with visions like you. With visions like you. So, Utada is suggesting to this fella that, what he needs in his life in order to, deal with the issues that he has, the problems deep inside, is some wonder in his life, He needs a new friend with visions like he has. So I'm guessing basically, he needs someone who's on the same page as him and who wants to participate in infidelity and breaking up a marriage and a family, And Utada's like, sign me up, I'm ready. Let's do this. But, hey, no judgments from me. Utada does what she does. Or, at this point, I guess she did what she did. I don't know. I don't know if this song is like based on a true story or is this like somewhat of maybe a fantasy that Utada has. But I think if it was a fantasy, I kind of feel like Utada would be the one doing it, like leaving her situation. She would be the one committing the infidelity as far as like the person in the relationship and leaving the relationship or stepping out of the relationship. But she has done that in other songs though. So I'm guessing maybe this is just a different take on it where she's like, okay, I am not this person in this particular situation who is in a committed marriage or a relationship or whatever. But she kind of maybe wants to explore and see how it is to be the other woman. You know, and I think that's something that I could see Utada wanting to explore in her music, being the other woman. Because I think Utada, from what I heard, has somewhat of a good girl image, at least in Japan, and she is probably not able to express this side of herself in Japan without people being shocked. But in the English speaking world, it's a bit different because she kind of, like, people don't know her, so people don't have any expectations of her, and people won't probably be as shocked by it. So this is kind of like her way, her using the album Exodus to sort of explore certain themes that she could not explore openly in Japan. All right. So next. All right. So she's given some instructions, more or less. So nobody has to know. Synchronize it. Stay very close to the floor. So she's giving him some instructions here, like stay close to the floor, synchronize it. So we all on the same time here. Synchronize your watches. And let's see. Nobody has to know. Synchronize it. Careful when you close the door. So when you close the door, don't close it like boom. Close it very, very gentle, to the point where you don't even know the door has been closed. You can't just going around slamming doors and while you commit infidelity. All right. Next, nobody has to know. Synchronize it. Synchronize it. When we tippy toe, just imagine my body under yours. So again, no one has to know. She keeps on emphasizing this. She keeps on saying, like, no one has to know. So maybe she just letting this dude know, like, hey, shut up. Just you and me. No one else has to know about this. As long as you keep your mouth shut, then this could go pretty well. You could get the therapy or healing or counseling that you need through this rendezvous with me if you shut up, and don't go telling anyone about it. But he might end up telling someone about it because it's Utada Hikaru, and if you're creeping with Utada Hikaru, then that is definitely a story to tell. That is definitely an accomplishment. That is accomplishment that you can put on your tombstone. Like, discovered the cure to cancer and creeped with Utada Hikaru. All right, next. Where was I? Okay, my body under your body. So, again with the bodies thing. So, it's more about, having fun and being free and, having tons of intercourse here with Utada. See? And then it's like, here we go. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. And then they go back into the chorus again. So it's like, every time I think about you, heaven knows I fall into a groove. You're like a great interlude. Every time I think about you, my body. Well, every time I think about your body, my body says, ooh, ooh. Every time I think about you, heaven knows I need a prayer. Cause you're married and you even got a family too. Pray that they don't hear you. Now let me see you dance on your tippy toe. Ooh. All right, so that was the chorus, and I already did the chorus as far as like analyzing it. So let's jump to the second verse. All right, when the thrill subsides, this kind of seems like the bridge. I don't know. Tyler sort of did this song a bit weird. Not weird, but a little different. It wasn't like, okay, chorus, first verse, chorus, second verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, out. It was more like chorus, first verse, chorus, bridge, and then chorus, out. A little weird. Yeah. And I know some people, especially the Utada did have some issues when it came to Utada Hikaru's songwriting on Exodus. They were like, whoa, like, what's this? But I suppose perhaps that's a different video for a different day. So I'll just stick with this song here. All right, next. When the thrill subsides, will you still be mine? Nah, nah. It's basically gonna go down one of two ways. It's gonna go down. Um, it's gonna possibly three ways. So it's a possibility, but don't count on it. But it'll go down probably one of three ways. It'll go down with, if you guys are found out. It'll go down where you guys are found out and the wife leaves him. Another scenario or another possible outcome, it would, the wife would find out and she would stay with him, but under the condition that he stops this relationship immediately. She would, she puts her foot down and says, you got to end this and come back home. That happens too. And also a variation of that would be maybe them getting separated, but then getting back together as well. And the third outcome would be, if you guys are found out, it would be his wife leaving him and then he's staying with you. But the relationship wouldn't work out, for the long run, because it was sort of built on, dishonesty, not maybe you guys weren't dishonest with each other possibly, but there was dishonesty in the situation, and then people are going to be like, well, if you did it to that person, why not? Like, what makes me any different? All right, so yeah. So when the thrill subsides, will you still be mine? Probably not. Don't count on it, Utada. But I think Utada, I think she's smart enough to know better. Let's see. Worry infiltrates my head till I kill it. So it's like, worry infiltrates my head till I kill it. So she got these worries in her head, but then she, I guess, kills it with, a knife, excuse me, or a gun, poison, I don't know. Let's see. I feel it instead with improper visions of you. I feel it instead with proper visions of you. So basically, she just fills her head with participating in intercourse with him. That's how she kills the worries. So it's like, we'll just have some intercourse, and that'll fix everything. But that really wouldn't really solve anything, though, if his wife found out. I'm pretty sure the intercourse would probably not really do anything. But you guys would enjoy it, but I'm just saying. I don't think this is going to be like you guys' therapy or you guys' counseling. All right, so next part is a part that I already did, but I guess I can do it again. So it's like, nobody has to know. Synchronizing. Stay very close to the floor. Nobody has to know. Synchronizing. Careful when you close the door. When we tippy toe, nobody has to know. Body screaming more. On your marks. On your mark. Set. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I guess the lyrics were a little different, but it pretty much is the same thing. It's like, here we go, everybody, 3, 2, 1 versus on your mark, set, 3, 2, 1. Nobody has to know. Under my body, under your body. I screaming for more. So, yeah, pretty much the same thing. But I think that's pretty much the end of the song. The rest just repeats the chorus, and I've already done the chorus twice, So yeah, that's the song. I like this song. I do like the subject matter, just because it's sort of like somewhat of a taboo subject, particularly for women, to sort of talk about infidelity. And I do like that Utada's sort of, challenging a taboo in a way, and just, talking about infidelity. And of course, she's not the first woman to do a song about infidelity. I know a couple that come to mind would be Rihanna. She did the song "Unfaithful," um, and when I mean about infidelity, I mean where the woman is participating in being unfaithful in infidelity. Because women do songs about infidelity, but usually they're the victim of it. They're not the perpetrator of it. But here, women are a woman's a perpetrator of it, and she's participating in it. So it's a bit different. It's like the the tables are turned here a little bit. So yeah, Rihanna's song "Unfaithful," as well as Liz Phair's song "Why Can't I." And I can't think of any more off the top of my head. I guess Tweet's song "Call Me." Yeah, that song was about sort of infidelity as well. From a woman's perspective. Slip and slide, take a ride. She got another man, but he ain't like you, etc. But in regards to this song, I think this song is a nice song. I really wish that Utada would have taken the song a bit further with the songwriting. It seemed like she kind of got a little bit lazy with the songwriting, because a lot of things repeat in the song. While that is good to have things that repeat in the song in order to make the song catchy, I just feel like Utada didn't take the song. She could have took it a little bit further, pushed it a little bit more, but she didn't. And I was like, darn it. But a lot of the songs on Exodus sort of have that feel with it. Like, I feel like Utada could have went a little bit further with the song. Like the song, what's the song? You Make Me Want to Be a Man. I like that song. I feel like she could have went a little bit further, and she should have went a little bit further with that song as well. But it's still a good song. If this song were to be released to radio, I think it would have to be a bit like reworked a bit. Not so much with the lyrics, although they do tend to repeat a bit more than they should, even for radio. But more so with the sound of the song. Here, Utada's sound is a bit more, quote unquote, experimental. And I think they should probably kind of like, do a slight remix of the sound, Probably turn it to maybe like an R&B-esque song, maybe an R&B pop song, And that would make it more worthy of being a single. But, hey, Exodus is sort of like, from what I heard, Utada is embarrassed by Exodus, from what I've heard. And I can sort of understand why to an extent. But I think there are some things she should, sort of be a bit, proud of, like Hotel Lobby. I think that was that song too. I kind of felt like she could have went a little bit further with that song too, though. So I feel like Utada is touching on these topics, but not going into depth about it. Like, she's just touching on it, like she's just mentioning it. But I feel like this is an album, and you're a songwriter, and I feel like you could go into depth about it. And based from what I hear about your Japanese lyrics, you do go into like depth a bit more in like your Japanese songs, and your Japanese songs, like the writing quality of them are a bit higher, at least. But I don't want this to come off as if I'm bashing Utada, because I'm really not. But it just sort of got me to thinking. It's like, it seems like this album, or at least the songs on this album, or some of the songs, they could have used a bit more refining. She could have taken the songs a bit further in their content. But for some reason, Utada decided not to. And I'm not sure if that was intentional or maybe just because she felt that she didn't need to, or maybe she just didn't feel like it. I don't know. There's a lot of things that go into that. But yeah, Exodus itself was not a commercial album, which was a bit strange because the album was used as sort of like her debut album for the international music market. And, you know, it would make more sense to have things that are a bit more catchy and well developed. But here it just seems like the album was not as well developed as it should be. But my bad. I really didn't mean for this video to, you know, morph into a Exodus review. You know, a spontaneous review of Exodus. You know, but you know, let me just bring this video to a close. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. Until the next lyrical analysis, adios and goodbye. And also one more thing before I leave. The song Easy Breezy was actually probably the most commercial song on the album Exodus. Probably one of, maybe not the most, but definitely one of the top commercial songs. And seemingly, upon first hearing it, you wouldn't think that. But when you compare it to everything else on the album, like, yeah, this is probably, in hindsight, it probably was the best single based on, well, the best song to be a single based on what Utada and her team had to choose from. You know, that, yeah, it probably was. Yeah, I'll throw that out there. What you think? You know, you agree with that? Let me know. Adios and goodbye for now.